This is the story of Peter and the Wolf. Each character in this story is played by a different instrument of the orchestra. The bird by the flute, the duck by the oboe, the cat by the clarinet, the grandfather by the bassoon, the wolf by the French horns, and Peter by the strings of the orchestra. The shots of the hunters' guns are played by the timpani, that's the kettle drum, and the bass drum. Peter was spending the summer at his grandfather's house. It was in the country, and he couldn't wait to go exploring. Early one morning, he opened the back gate and went out into the big green meadow. On a branch of a tree sat a small, friendly bird. "All is quiet, all is quiet," chirped the bird cheerfully. Just then, Grandfather's rather daft duck came out of the garden and headed for the deep pond in the meadow. "Oh, fabulous! Thanks for leaving the back gate open, Peter. I can't wait to have a swim." Seeing the duck waddling along like a big lady carrying heavy shopping, the little bird laughed and flew down to tease her.
"What kind of a bird are you if you can't fly?"
he said. "What kind of a bird are you if you can't swim?" replied the duck with a splash. They carried on arguing, the duck swimming in the pond and the little bird hopping along the bank.
"You stupid duck!"
"You stupid bird!" Suddenly, something caught Peter's attention. A cat was crawling through the grass. The cat thought, "Oh, look, that bird is so busy arguing. With just one pounce, I'll grab him with my claws." Stealthily, she crept towards him on her velvet paws. What a treat, and so much better than kitty treats.
"Meow!"
"Look out!" shouted Peter. The bird immediately flew up into the tree. While the duck quacked angrily at the cat. From the middle of the pond. "You'll not get me, tiger!" The cat walked round the tree and thought, "Oh, is it worth climbing up so high? By the time I get there, the bird will have flown away." "Good heavens, what the dickens going on out here?" roared Peter's grandfather, coming out of the house. He was angry because Peter had gone into the meadow and left the gate open. "What would you do if a wolf came out of the forest, eh? Eh?"
"Am I bothered, though?"
thought Peter. Boys like him aren't afraid of wolves. It's far too dangerous out here, said Grandfather. Now get yourself inside and help me sweep the chimney. Grandfather locked the gate and led Peter back indoors, forgetting all about the poor duck. No sooner had they gone than a big grey wolf came out of the woods. Oh, hello. Well, aren't you going to ask me what the time is? Oh, well, I'll tell you. It's dinner time! The cat climbed up into the tree in a flash. You'll not get me, you big hairy brute. Meow. The duck quacked and stupidly jumped out of the pond. Help! Help! Don't let the wolf get me! I've got too much to live for! But no matter how hard the duck tried to run, she couldn't escape the wolf. He was getting nearer, nearer, catching up with her. Then he got her, and with one huge gulp, swallowed her. Crispy duck. Not a bad starter, but what about the main course? The two remaining animals sat in the tree. The cat on one branch, the bird on another. Not too close to the cat. and the wolf walked round and round the tree, looking at them with greedy eyes. What lovely specials we've got on the menu today. A juicy moggy. How dare you, I'm a pedigree Persian. Oh, whatever. And a tasty bird. Well, I'll gobble you up in one gulp. Well, after all, you are a swallow. Ha 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 ha. Well, Peter, without the slightest fear, stood behind the closed gate, watching everything that was going on. Don't pick on them, he shouted. Oh, don't worry, I won't pick on them. I'll wolf them down. Ha ha ha! The wolf was too busy laughing at his own jokes to notice Peter climbing up the high stone garden wall. One of the branches of the tree around which the wolf was walking stretched out over the wall. Grabbing hold of the branch, Peter crawled along, carrying with him some strong rope. Peter said to the bird, "Fly down and circle around the wolf's head. But take care he doesn't catch you." The bird almost touched the wolf's head with his wings. The wolf snapped angrily at him. "Oi, catch that out, honestly." How the bird teased the wolf. "You can't catch me, you big mangy mass of fur." And how the wolf wanted to catch him. "I'll get ya, I'll get ya." But the bird was too clever, and the wolf couldn't do anything about it. Meanwhile, Peter made the rope into a lasso and carefully letting it down, he caught the wolf by the tail and he pulled with all his might. It tickles! Oh no! The wolf was trapped and began to jump wildly to try and get loose. "Oh, help! Help! I want my mummy!" end of the rope to the tree. And the wolf's jumping only made the rope around his tail tighter. Ow, what a rotten trick! Just then, the hunters came out of the woods. They were following the wolf's trail and shooting as they went. Look over there, Captain! It's the big hairy wolf! Let's shoot it before it causes more mischief. I could do with a new coat. Sitting in the tree said, "Don't shoot! Birdie and I have already caught the wolf. Help us to take him to the zoo." And now, imagine the triumphant procession. Peter at the head. Champion! After him, the hunters leading the wolf. Ow, how humiliating. I was only having a bit of a laugh. I didn't mean to eat the duck. I just thought it was a bit of sponge cake. winding up the procession, Grandfather and the cat. "Oh, Peter's my hero," said the cat. "Of course he's a hero. He's my grandson," said Grandfather. "But he shouldn't take risks at his age. I dread to think what would have happened if Peter hadn't caught the wolf." Above them flew Birdie, chirping merrily.
Aren't we brave? Aren't we brave? Look what Peter and I have caught.
And if you listen very carefully, you can hear the duck quacking inside the wolf, because the wolf, in his hurry, had swallowed her alive. Can somebody switch the lights back on? Hey! Our soloists, please. The bird and the duck, the cat, French horns, bassoon for the grandfather, the hunter's guns, strings, Peter! Everybody, really.